everybody, welcome to the Black Sheep Props channel. I'm Steve and I'm here to teach you the tips, tools, techniques, and materials for building your very own super cool EVA foam props. Now in our last episode, making an EVA foam Predator Gauntlet Part 1, you saw us rock out the whole round center section of the body of our gauntlet. And you also saw us stack up our two-piece for this whole layered section at the top. And you saw us spend all that time, we didn't see us do it, but we spent a lot of time wood burning all these lines in the foam so we could wrap it and create these cool threaded rods. Very cool and very easy. Tedious but easy. So now, in this episode, making an EVA foam Predator Gauntlet Part 2, we're going to knock out all the rest of the build. We're going to do the double forks on the front. We're going to do the knife blade assembly with a brass dowel in the middle for strength. And we're going to tackle all this jammin' detail on the top. A lot of work, but really simple. And boom, the velcro that's going to hold it on our arm, and it is awesome. So that's that. If you're ready to hit it, let's make something. Okay, now we're going to add our velcro. Okay, give it a few minutes. Now we're going to come over and line up right against our piece, just like that. Alright, now, because contact cement works on the fuzzy side of the Velcro, we are sticking the fuzzy side of the Velcro down. The vinyl side does not work with contact cement. You have to use hot glue for that. But we're doing it this way so that fuzzy side down. Now we added a little extra here to this end, and this is why. We're going to fold it over like that. Cool little tab on there. Oh. Okay, we're going to come in now and we're going to attach this strap around the bottom of our gauntlet. And then just like that. Now we're going to come in and we're going to measure this side. Just like that. Give it 5 minutes. All right, there we go. Look at that. Nice little strap around the back. Very cool. Simple in, simple out. Just like that. Now we've made our mark. Where? Give it 5 minutes. We'll line it up with the marks we made. Holy cow, man. This thing's looking pretty nuts. All right, we're going to attach our spacer in between our blades. Right there. All right, now we're going to heat these up with the heat gun so we can glue. Hold it while it bonds. Get a little on here. There we go. There's our blade assembly right there. Now it's stiff enough to where it doesn't wobble around too much. That's not bad. Attach it right here at the top. Hold it while it bonds. All right, there we go. Good. All right, now we're going to start some of our details that are going to go on the top of our gauntlet. So we took this pattern and we cut the center part out, and we'll show you why. We're going to make this 2 pieces. So we're going to come in first and we'll trace inside of the opening that we cut. Okay, now the reason we did this is we're going to take another piece in underneath it. We're going to cement it to this piece. Then we're going to cut it out, and this is going to be a little raised detail. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our wood burner, which is already heated up. And we're going to go right through the middle like that. And right through the middle like that. There we go. Now we're going to come in. All right, there we go. Now we've got a nice little recessed detail in there. Perfect. Tip our knife. Now, before we lose our marks, right there. Okay. Straight through, straight through. Okay, now, when you flip this over, what we have is that. As we have a nice 3-part detail with a beveled edge around it. We're going to come in with our super glue, line it up on our 2 dots and our line just like that. Hold it down while it bonds. Now we're just going to go down each one. All right, we've transferred our template over for this little piece. Okay, we are using our sharpened brass tube. Oh yeah, nothing like a sharpened brass tube to give you a perfect rivet. All right, we're going to come with our X-Acto knife. We're going to make a slit right through the top. The line's going to open up. Perfect little screw head. Put a little puddle down. Get the bottom wet just like that. Then we're going to stick this right down in the middle of our piece. Perfect. Look at that little detail. That is cool. In the center, using our line going down the middle, just like that. There we go. Very nice. Super glue right here. We're going to line it up on our center line, just like that. There we go. All right, nice details. Just like that. Nice. Tiny, tiny little fray. A couple little frays on the edges, but we can get that off with an X-Acto knife. 2 perfect little rivet details. Okay, we're going to come in with our wood burner. We're going to hold it down with our X-Acto knife. We're going to put a little hole right in the middle like that. And like that. Perfect. Super glue. We're going to put a little puddle down. Get the bottom wet. We're going to come over here to the front of our gauntlet. Okay, now we measured out our little marks. We're going to do a couple little rectangle shaped details for the top. We cut at all of our 4 guidelines that we marked. Like that. And like that. We get these 2 rectangle details. We get another set, and we get 2 square details. So you just think about it, you kind of make it up as you go. We're making up these details. You can make up any details you want for the top of your gauntlet. Just something to make it look a little sci-fi, a little techie. Kind of make it up as you go. 98% of the gauntlet is the way the Predator's gauntlet looked. But then the 2%, boom, that's up to you. Just like that. Now we're going to come in and we're going. There we go. 2 pieces with an angled edge. All right, there you go. Those 2 back details right here. Really cool. Puddle of super glue down there. The bottom of our piece all wet. We're going to come in here, we're going to center it right in the middle of that side detail. Just like that. We're going to hold it down while it bonds. There we go. Bottom's all wet. Directly across from this one, and we're going to put it right there in the middle, same way we just did the other one. On our edge like this and like that. All right, there you go, right there. And we're going to put one on the other side, matching it. Sweet. Boy, this is loading up with cool details. All right, it's always handy to have a bunch of different diameters of neoprene cord. It's a rubber cord you can buy from a lot of places. I buy mine from a place called Granger, and where I also buy my brass tubes. And I think I want to put some wires on here. So what we're going to do is a couple cool techniques that I like. All right, I'm going to take this piece of cord. I'm going to cut it right down the middle. All right, I split that cord. Now this is why. Now I'm going to roll it, and I'm going to cut it right here all the way through. Real sharp X-Acto blade. Now look what I get. It's a half round of rubber tube. All right, we're going to heat seal this piece before we work with it. All right, we're going to get it right down there, and we're going to line it up just like that. We're going to take our half round, dip it in our super glue, and we're going to come in and we're going to put it right there, like that. There. Put our wire in. We're going to roughly be right about there. There's our mark. We're going to put a tiny little line . Now we lay that down like that. Very cool. Don't know what it is, but it looks cool. Now we'll repeat it right there. One of our half rounds right up against there, like that. And we've got 2 of them in place. 1 and 2. Hold it down with our blade while it bonds. There we go. Right there. This is why. All right, there you go. We did these two wire details with the little ports. We did these two little wires at the front, also coming from ports going into the circles, and then we stepped it up and we used a little bit thicker diameter of neoprene cord for there and there. Look at that. All right, we're going to do the blade for our gauntlet. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be embedding a piece of brass inside here so that our blade is not floppy. All we did was we took a long piece of brass tubing. We came in with our small bolt cutters. We cut off the length we needed. And we simply took it and we bent it. You can bend it by hand, it's not hard. All right, so here's where we cut it off. This mark is where it's going to line up with the end of our blade. So all this piece is going to stick out and it's going to go into the prop. So what we're going to do is, while we still have it in place, we are going to get our Dremel out and we are going to use the Dremel to dig this trench out so we can embed the brass tube. Do not Dremel without a dust mask. All right, let's try that. All right, that is spot on. And we're going to cut off the end of our blade just like this. Our brass dowel is going to stick out of the end, and we're going to be using a second piece of foam to trap it. Okay, now we flipped our piece, transferred the line over, and we'll show you why in a minute. Follow right on our Sharpie line. All right, now the reason we did that is so we can put our brass bar in place and we know exactly where to stick this. Just like that. See that? Then it's going to stick out of the end. Like so. Okay, while we're waiting for these to dry, what we're going to do is this. We're going to come to this piece, our blade piece, and we're going to cut our foam just outside our Sharpie line. Okay. We're going to come in and we're going to line this up. Put pressure on it. Make sure we're getting good contact all the way. Okay, now the reason why we cut out just outside our Sharpie mark was for this. Now we know where the shape of our blade is. Now we're going to bring our paper template for our blade back in. Now we know it's going to fit right in the center of here, and we'll retrace our line, and now we'll cut it out. That way our shape is going to stay exactly how we wanted it, and we know for sure we will not be hitting the metal bar that's on the inside of it. That's it. Now it's okay. Now when we bring our paper template back in for our blade, we just retrace it just like that. Because we're going to draw this line on here, we're going to have to wood burn this detail line. And we're going to go right through just like that. We're going to go straight through and out. We're going to go right back down, straight through our corner and out like that. Look at that, that's tight. Wow. Okay, now this side of the blade is going to have a bevel cut on it. So saw through, and we've got our knife leaned on an angle. Out of the front end like that. Now, look at that. Wow. Sweet. Now we're going to heat up our monster wood burner that peels skin off. I'm not kidding, it got me during this build. And we're going to hit this quick little line with the wood burner. Wood burner is ready to go. Hit straight through like that. And we're going to hit right through here like this. Just like that. That's all. Okay, there's our mark right there where our brass dowel is going to go into. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in with our drill bit. There we go. And it's going to slide right in just like that, and it's going to glue there. So wait 5 minutes and then bam, contact. A little bit of contact cement on the pole, and the reason is this: the contact cement on the blade and the contact cement on this piece have dried, so when they touch together they're going to make contact. This will have contact cement now inside the hole, and the moisture content inside the contact cement will dry after a few minutes, and then it will stick on the inside as well. So we're going to slide this in. We're going to get right to here. We're going to make contact, and like that. Now dig that. That is a stiff blade. Look at that. It's not wobbling around. That's got a brass tube on the inside of it. I'm sorry, but that's insane. Look at that thing. Very easy. Every single thing on here was easy. You saw how easy it was. You also saw us mess up a couple times, and you're gonna mess up. No big deal. Just cut a new piece of foam, chill out, be cool, and you'll get it. Wow. That's a stone groove right there. Bam! Check that out. That thing is crazy radical. I can just hear people screaming as they're gutted with the double barbed forks at the front. This thing is crazy. Look at that. Look at how cool that came out. All the details. Remember, 98% of it is Predator. Boom, 2% is you. So whatever you want to do for the details is up to you. And you saw how cool the velcro is. Straps right on your arm, nice, and that is radical. Look at that. Cool, perfect, and easy. You can totally do this. Love this thing, man. This is so cool. So that concludes making an EVA foam Predator Gauntlet Part 2. Hope you liked it. If you did, give us a like, share us with a friend, and subscribe to this channel. And together we're going to go step by step through a lot more super cool builds so that you get the props you deserve. Thanks for coming. See you next time.